What's going on, guys? Real quick PSA before this video starts. Go down in the description and follow my TikTok. Click the link to go follow it. If we get to 150 followers, we will open up the best modern day Pokemon set, Crown Zenith, on the channel. We will buy an Elite Trainer box and open it on the channel. I've always wanted to open this set, so let's get to 150 followers. I already mentioned this on my last YouTube short. I said 250 followers on that one, but I'm going to lower it to 150, make it a little bit easier goal. So we're about 80 off right now. We can get to that. We can open it on the channel, hopefully get some bangers. There's a lot of good cards in that set. I'm really excited to open it soon. So hopefully we can reach that goal soon and we can open it up and get some nice cards. Enjoy the video. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today I'm coming at you with another Pokemon lot order off of eBay. I know in the last video we went over the GX lot that I purchased off eBay. That was a fun one. That one was only 9 cards, but still a very fun lot to go through. This time we are going through a 19 card lot. This one is back to the Pokemon XY series. So once again, though, that era of Pokemon I really enjoy. I love the look of those EXs. The fun thing about this lot is that it contains different mega cards, some full arts, and some of the just regular EXs of that era in Pokemon XY series. So we got a bunch of different sets included in this box. We got Fates Collide again, we got Pokemon Breakthrough, we got Roaring Skies, we got Evolutions, Furious Fists, Phantom Forces, Ancient Origins. We got a bunch of different sets to cover all 19 of these cards. And another thing about this lot, this does eclipse the most I've ever spent on Pokemon. I did post that video that I bought that Tropicos Premium Collection for 130 bucks. This beats that out. To give you an idea what might be in this lot, I'll tell you the price. It was $167. It's the most I've ever spent on Pokemon. There are some really cool cards in this lot. I've been waiting for this to come in. It shipped in pretty good time, so I was really happy about that. But I'm really excited to see the condition of these cards. They look like they were really good on the pictures for the most part. And there's some really awesome cards that I'm so happy to add to my collection. All right, without further ado, let's get right into it. So like I said, this is a 19 card lot. This package was done up very well, by the way. I opened it up a little bit before I started recording, just so it didn't take me forever, but it was very well taped up and secured very well, so that's a very good sign. The seller definitely took their time, made sure that these cards were in very good protection to get shipped in, so that's a good start. Let's just go in here and grab these out. So it looks like there was like packing peanuts. And as you can see, there's packed peanuts right here and bubble wrap. So they went the extra mile to make sure that these cards were secure, and that is really nice. Here is the 19 card lot. So I can tell you right off the bat, it almost scared me for a second that I got the wrong order. So it looks like the seller, thank you for your purchase. That's really cool. Nice little touch there. They really care about their customers and who's buying from them. This looks like a pretty thick stack, and they might all be they look like they're all in penny sleeves. So it looks like they really took their time and made sure this was really put together well for their customers. So this is cool to see, but I can tell you right off the bat that this Eevee was not in this lot. I'm not sure what set this is from, but I can definitely tell you off the bat this was not in this lot. So like I said, it kind of scared me for a second. Oh, maybe I got the wrong order or something, but looks like they just threw this in for me, so that's really cool. You know, as I mentioned, this was a very expensive lot, so it's really cool that they threw in, you know, a free card here with this Eevee. Very simple card, but still, that's a nice touch. That'll make me want to go back to the seller for sure. As you guys will see pretty soon here, this lot is very cool and has some awesome cards in it. I'll definitely be going back to the seller and seeing if they put any more cool lots up that I'd be interested in the future. So that's a good start. Got a free card there. And now let's get into what we are looking forward to here. So to start off, obviously we got the thank you for your purchase card, the water energy. Cool little touch. And then we got a couple more free cards that were definitely not in there. Team Rocket's handiwork. So that's a cool, another free card. A new Team Rocket set is coming out pretty soon, the Destined Rivals. So that's cool. And a couple other free ones. This Plusle, really basic card, but it was not in the lot. And this Tangela, obviously another basic card, but it was not in the lot. So those were all just throw-ins, but so far so good from the seller. Seems like they really went the extra mile to make sure this was set up well. So let's get right into it. So we will start with the first card on the top here, which is Venusaur EX. This card is from the Pokemon Evolution series. All these sets are from the Pokemon XY series. This is the Pokemon Evolution set. So first card here, this back looks pretty mint. I'm not seeing much wrong. The bottom left has a little bit going on there, but barely, and the bottom right a little bit too. But other than that, this card looks pretty good. I think the centering looks pretty good to me. Maybe, I don't know, it's always hard to tell for me. But this card, really cool Evolutions card. Venusaur is a classic Pokemon. But love the look of these vintage look that they put on the Evolutions card when they did the reprint of those older looking cards. I really like the look of those. So that's a good start, really in really good condition, and Venusaur's a classic. Next up is Latios EX. This card is from Roaring Skies. So another really cool, just basic EX, but Latios is a fan favorite. We look on the back here, maybe a little bit going on in this upper left-hand corner. But other than that, I mean, bottom right a little bit too. But these, when I'm pointing these out, these are like really minor marks, blemishes. So Latios is a sweet Pokemon. I've been wanting an EX card of Latios, and I need Latios next, but this is a good start. I've been looking at the Latios and Latias EX cards from Plasma Freeze. I like those ones. But this is a cool one to add to my collection. All these cards I'm really excited to add to my collection. It's really going to make my Voltex binder pop. Put it to good use with these cards. So we got 2 down, 17 more to go. Got some really, we haven't got to any of the awesome ones yet in this slot. Here is one of the awesome ones. Another Venusaur, and now we're looking at, instead of regular Venusaur EX, a Mega Venusaur EX. Megas are my favorite illustration of all time. I said that in my first eBay order video. I'm going to say it again. I'll keep saying it because I love Megas. Another back that looks really nice. You know, for a pre-owned used card, looks really nice. You got a little bit going on up here, a little bit up there, but no big deal, really. I mean, these cards are in good condition. Centering looks pretty well, but for most of these cards, I'm most likely not going to be ever sending these in to PSA. These are just really cool cards to add to my collection and just keep for the very foreseeable future. But first Mega of this lot is Mega Venusaur EX. It will not be the last Mega of this lot. This is an awesome card. Love the look of Mega cards. Alright, 3 down. We got 16 more to go. Next up is Lucario EX. This Lucario EX is from Furious Fists. Like I said before, these are all from Pokemon XY series, but it's from the Furious Fist set. We will go through the prices. I'll pop the prices up on the screen as I'm going through. Then we'll do a little walkthrough at the end of the value of the lot of how much each card is, and add it all together and compared to how much I spent on the lot. Here's Lucario EX. You know, basic EX card, but I think these basic EX cards they just got such a nice look to them. I love the gold EX instead of the silver like they have nowadays. And Lucario is another fan favorite, so cool card out of Furious Fist, Lucario EX. Up next is Manectric EX. My first Manectric card ever. A lot of these cards, since I just got back into the hobby in late January, most of these cards, honestly, in this lot are going to be new to my collection since I started collecting again. But yeah, we got Manectric EX here, another basic EX card, but still really cool. Back of this card looks pretty mint to me. Corners look really good. Just a little bit of blemishes here and there, but it's no big deal. But this will be another really cool card to add to my collection. This is from Phantom Forces. So obviously, once again, another XY series, but a new set here with Phantom Forces. Manectric EX. Love the look of these EX cards. Can't say that enough. I mean, you heard that from me in my first eBay purchase, but I won't stop saying it because I love them so much. And now we are moving into another Mega card. It is Mega Manectric EX. Man, just look at that. I mean, I don't know how anyone could not love Mega cards. I just love the Japanese writing going through the card there, with the M up there too, Mega up in the corner. Just the extra illustration on the edges. Just so cool looking. Love that gold EX too. I'll never stop talking about that as well. But man, I just can't get enough of Megas. I'm so glad that I'm adding a good amount to my collection through this lot. And this Mega Manectric, man, this might be the best one so far as backs go. And all the backs have been pretty good so far. I mean, this bottom left has a little bit, but this back looks very, very clean. I know it's a little hard to see on camera because the lighting's not the best. You guys can see the general look of it, and it looks pretty clean to me. So that's another Mega added to my collection, Mega Manectric. Really happy about adding Megas to my collection. I want to keep adding them as much as I can. Next up is another Mega. Guess who? Mega Heracross. This is a Mega that I feel like not a lot of people think about very often. I know I definitely didn't until I seen it in this lot. Another cool thing about this Mega Heracross, it's not the regular Mega Heracross. I think it's I don't know what they classify it as, but I'm pretty sure it's just secret rare. Because if you can see on the outline here, it's a gold outline on the top. You can mainly see it on the top. You can a little bit on the bottom right there. But mainly see it on the top how it has a gold rim. The regular Mega Heracross, like, it just has a darker edge. It doesn't have the gold. It's basically just a difference. So that's really cool. This is actually a secret rare Mega. So it adds a little plus to it there. But another just love Mega cards. Japanese writing going right through it. Just really cool illustration. I think this is when Pokemon was at its peak, when they had Megas like this in the primals and stuff like that. Those are two cards I really would like to add to my collection, Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre at some point. Those are awesome cards too. But this back looks pretty nice. You know, little small blemishes, but no big deal, you know. Like I said, I'm adding these to my collection. Gonna really deck out my Voltex binder by adding all these cards in. So just looking forward to doing that. I'm not too worried about sending any of these into PSA right now. All right, so that's another Mega added. Up next is, had a couple of this Pokemon in the first eBay order. Dragonite EX, this time a different Dragonite. This Dragonite is from another thing. If I haven't been saying it, they'll be popped up on the screen of which set and how much they are cost-wise, because I know I've been missing it. I've been just so enamored by these cards, I've been forgetting to say it. But anyways, this Dragonite is from Furious Fists. So same as the Lucario. If you're wondering about the Heracross is in Furious Fist as well. So yeah, Dragonite EX right here. Another just classic regular EX in the XY series. But you know me, I love these EXs. And this is another cool card to add to my collection. We'll add a different type of Dragonite card now, which I'm happy about. The back of this card looks pretty damn good, really. Wow. This might be the best one so far. The centering on this is definitely a little bit to the left. This one is a little obvious for sure. But as far as corners go, this one looks really nice. Dragonite EX from Furious Fists. Really cool basic EX card, but really love the look of it. Alright, next up, we're going into a little bit different type of card here, which I'm really excited about. This is one of my favorite Pokemon. It also was featured in the first eBay order. Altaria EX Full Art. Man, I love the look of this card. I love the old full arts. This card was from Fates Collide as well. So we're adding another Altaria from Fates Collide. The first one was from Fates Collide from the first eBay order. Check out the back here. The back looks pretty good again. I mean, you know, it's got some blemishes up there a little bit. I feel like sometimes it looks worse on camera too. Like on camera, it looks like there's a lot of like white scratches all the way above it. It really isn't. It's just like the big ones like right here, and there's some over here. But this card, like it definitely looks worse on camera, but this card looks pretty nice. And I'm really excited to add another Altaria to my collection. One of my favorite Pokemon, like I said, definitely in the top 12 for sure, at least for right now. My favorites change up a little bit, but really love the full art here. Glad we switched it up a little bit, and it's nice. You got a little bit of variety of types of cards in this lot. Makes it fun. All right, next up is, I'm really glad that I got my hands on one of these too, because this is top 3 favorite Pokemon that I've been waiting to add to my binder. And it is Rayquaza EX. Man, look at the hollow going around the claw right there. Man, that's beautiful. Rayquaza is in my top 3. Gengar is my all-time favorite Pokemon, which I still don't have a good EX of him. I really need to try to find one. But then Rayquaza comes in second. I love Rayquaza. Just such a cool looking Pokemon. Green's my favorite color, so that helps for sure. But just a cool looking, like, dragon, snake, just monstrous, like, intimidating Pokemon. Just really awesome. This is and for Rayquaza cards, this is a pretty basic Rayquaza card, but there are some awesome Rayquazas out there. I want to get my hands on a Mega Rayquaza at some point, for sure, if I can. But really happy I could finally add a Rayquaza to my collection. And the back of this card looks really nice. Just this bottom left-hand corner. Got some dots there, no problem though. Just gonna be a nice addition to my collection. Like I said, the Voltex binder is eating good in this video. So, and this Rayquaza is from Roaring Skies too. This card is from Roaring Skies. Nice EX there, basic EX, but really cool looking. Alright, next up we're going back to Megas. Another favorite of mine. Really happy about this card. It's got kind of a mix of 2 different things here. Mega Altaria Full Art. Love this card. I absolutely love this card. First of all, Altaria is one of my favorite Pokemon, but I love that it's a Mega and a Full Art. I mean, best of both worlds right there. Look at the hollow going through that card. It looks like a freaking slab of gold. This thing is beautiful. Man. I feel like I'm like a loss for words. I don't even know what to say about it. It's just beautiful. Let's look at the back here. Back looks good, just some small blemishes. Centering looks okay, looks like it's a little bit to the left. No big deal, like I said though. These are just incredible addition. Look at that outline in that, wow. You kind of turn it up towards the light, you really can see the outline on the Pokemon. Man, that is nice. So a really nice addition here. We got an Altaria, which is one of my favorite Pokemon to begin with, and it's a full art and it's a Mega. It's like all 3 things, all 3 of the best things in one. So really, really happy about this card. And this is another one from Fates Collide. So we have 3 different Altarias from Fates Collide. So we got the regular EX from Fates Collide for Altaria. We got the full art Altaria EX, and we got the Mega Full Art Altaria EX. The only one we're missing from Fates Collide is the regular Mega Altaria. So hopefully I can try to get that someday. That'd be cool to kind of finish out that set of Altarias in Fates Collide. Alright, next up is another full art. This is another really cool looking card, man. The shimmer on this one. Ooh, the gold on this one. Wow. Pidgeot EX full art. Look at the gold on that. And like the gold outline going through it, like kind of reminds you of like the hyper rares nowadays. Like that hyper rare Petrarant that Nate pulled in their pack battle. Kind of reminds me of that kind of gold. Like the gold outline on this card. It's just so clean too. Love this card. Beautiful full art EX. I just feel like they don't make cards like this anymore. These are just beautiful. I love this era of Pokemon, the 2010s, early 2010s, late 2010s, any time in the 2010s were just awesome. I think that's when Pokemon was at its peak illustration-wise. I know SIRs, IRs, don't want to disrespect them. They are good, but these are just got a special place in my heart. These old-fashioned full arts. I don't know why they changed from this type of EX. Not even just like the color. The gold looks way better, but even just like the font of this EX looks so much better than what they have now. I don't know why they decided to change that, but man, just look at how that just Shines. Beautiful card there, Full Art Pidgeot EX. Really happy about that one. And now we are going back to my favorite illustration of all time. Another Mega Mewtwo EX. Megas are my favorite illustration of all time, as you know. And really happy to add another to my collection, adding a ton to my collection in this opening. This isn't even the last one yet, so we got a couple more Megas to show off before this lot is finished. But Mewtwo is obviously a fan favorite. And this card, the back of this card looks great. I mean, it seems like the theme with most of these cards are just a little bit like small blemishes on the corners, but it's no big deal. It's just like really minor stuff, and especially just since I'm just adding these to my collection, just gonna go in my binder and just gonna look pretty for a while. Just something I'm really happy about, to just get good condition cards that are just from my favorite era. I'd say a couple of these Pokemon are truly in my top 20 as far as favorites go as well. But other than that, it's really just because I love the illustrations of these and really love Mega. Megas were a very big motivation to buy this lot. This Mega Mewtwo is from Pokemon Breakthrough. So, and at the end of the video, we'll do a quick overview, just saying the prices of each cards and what sets they're from. Alright, next card, we're staying with the same Pokemon here, regular Mewtwo EX. So we got a couple different Mewtwo's in this lot, which is always cool. Mewtwo is a great Pokemon, fan favorite. Another one with the holo just looking really nice through the card. That rainbow holo just going through the eye of that Mewtwo right there. It's beautiful. Looks awesome. This Mewtwo is, I think this was a promo card. When I looked it up, it was a promo card for something like Black Star or something like that. I'm not sure what it was a promo for exactly, but I think it was like XY Black Star, something my lack of knowledge in Pokemon is showing pretty badly right now, because I'm not sure exactly. I know this is a promo card of some sorts, so that's what I can say for sure. But back of this card looks damn near perfect, honestly. Once again, just very small blemishes. One in the corner there, maybe a little bit at the top, but no big deal. This will be another cool Mewtwo to add to my collection. Next up, we are staying with the same Pokemon again, another Mewtwo EX. So we got quite a few Mewtwo EXs in this lot, which I'm not mad about at all. Mewtwo is a cool Pokemon. And this Mewtwo is also from Pokemon Breakthrough, the same as the Mega. Back of this card looks pretty nice. Same as how the past cards have been. Nothing to complain about at all. And this is the backs of the cards. The seller took great pictures of these cards, so I kind of knew what to expect. And everything's turned out great so far. There's nothing to complain about. Holo's just going through this card really nice. See at the bottom there too, and through that EX at the top. Another really nice classic EX in my book. Much better than modern day. And we are going with another one of the same Pokemon, Mewtwo EX. Still not done with the Mewtwo's. Another cool Mewtwo, just a different kind of pose or variant, whatever you want to call it. This is another Pokemon Breakthrough set for Mewtwo. Just different poses going on throughout all these Mewtwo's, but it's cool to have different variants of them, of Mewtwo. Back is the same thing, nothing to complain about. Next up, we are going back to the Megas. We got Mega Audino EX. I feel like this Mega is one I don't really see very often until I started looking into lots. I didn't even know this really existed until I started looking into lots on eBay, and I saw it and I was like, man, there are some Megas that I just really didn't know about. Even like Mega Aerodactyl I didn't know about is really cool. I'd love to get one day because I love Aerodactyl. I'll pop it up on the screen if I find it. But I know there were some where like, damn, I did not know those existed, or did not know they had Megas. So this is another cool Mega to add in my collection. I have a good amount of Megas to add. I know I keep saying that, but we are adding some good amount of Megas to my collection just in this lot. I know we had the one in the first eBay order with the Mega Steelix, so that was a good start, and then we got a bunch more to accompany him in my Voltex binder. So really happy about that. Cool looking Mega Audino EX there. Alright, next up we are going back to, guess who? Mewtwo. This is the last Mewtwo that we got in this lot. This one's from Pokemon Evolutions. So we got that cool looking like vintage look on the card with the old font and kind of like the very apparent window in the middle. So another really cool card. Like the vintage look for sure. And then Mewtwo being Mewtwo right there with a different pose this time. Cool looking card. Let's look on the back here. Now this one is very obvious. It is very off-centered. You can see on the right it's very thick and this side is very thin. So if you didn't know what I mean when I say cards are off-centered or centered, it's just kind of basing off what is going on with the frame here in relation to the edges. So you can see this side is much thicker than the left side. And I think I remember seeing this in the pictures. It's nothing to complain about. I knew that I knew what I was getting coming in. I'm happy with it. So it's no big deal at all. But definitely off-centered, but it really doesn't have any blemishes much at all. And usually it's easier to see on the back of the card as far as centering goes, but even on this one, since it's so bad to one side, you can tell if you're looking up in this corner, that's very close to the corner, that frame. And it shouldn't be that close, but it's no problem. Still, the card still looks cool. So, no big deal. Alright, for our final card in this lot that we got in this 19 card lot, the final card is another Mega Ampharos EX. Ampharos is a really cool Pokemon. It might crack my top 20, probably more like top 25. I know it's being kind of technical, but I like Ampharos, and you know I love Megas, so this is another cool card. Love the illustration here, kind of coming up through the window with the Japanese lettering on this side, and just a really nice looking hollow going through this card. The lightning bolts on the outside. Just really cool touches to this card that really pull it all together. Love the colors, just really nice looking. And on the back of this card, nothing too big at all. I mean, you got a little blemish up here. Might be a little bit to the left as far as centering goes. It's a little harder to tell with this one though. But really happy about this card. Definitely got what I paid for, and I'm really happy about that. So that completes the lot. Now we can go through, and I'll go through all the prices and compare to what I paid for the lot. Alright, so we kind of just start, we can just go from last to first, kind of. We have Ampharos last, and we'll go all the way to when we started. Alright, so first off, this Mega Ampharos. It's from Ancient Origins. I don't think I mentioned that when I first showed off the card. And its rough value is, at least at the moment, is $12. So we'll put it up on the screen, the value, and we'll add it all up to compare the value of the cards compared to what we paid for the lot. Next up is Mewtwo EX from Pokemon Evolutions. This card is roughly going for $4.99. We'll call it $5. Next up, Mega Audino EX from Fates Collide. I don't think I mentioned that when I first showed it either. It is going for roughly $7.22. By the way, I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm getting all of my pricing data from Price Charting. It's a nice app, really easy to use. You can put your cards in a collection, and it'll keep track of all the prices of your cards that you have and the value of, the rough value of your collection. So really recommend downloading it. It's a really easy to use app that I use all the time to search up any cards that I'm looking for or any sets. It's really easy to navigate. Next up is Mewtwo. We got a bunch of Mewtwo's in this one, but this one is from Pokemon Breakthrough. Roughly $4.12 for this Mewtwo. Another Mewtwo, same thing, Pokemon Breakthrough. This one roughly going for $5. Another Mewtwo, this is the promo Mewtwo that I wasn't sure what promo was from. This one's going for roughly $5.49. Another Mewtwo, we got Mega Mewtwo here from Pokemon Breakthrough. This one's roughly going for $16.24 at the moment. Next card is Pidgeot EX Full Art. This card is from Pokemon Evolution set. It's going for roughly $6 at the moment. Oops, almost skipped one. Be very careful with these cards because they are beautiful. Next up is Mega Altaria Full Art EX. This card is from Fates Collide, and it's roughly going for $13.23 at the moment. Next up is Rayquaza EX from Roaring Skies. This card's roughly going for $7.02. And that's pretty good for a pretty basic EX card. That just shows how valuable Rayquaza is in the hobby. Really love Rayquaza. Really do want a Mega Rayquaza at some point. I'm going to find a way to get my hands on a Mega Rayquaza and a Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar is a little pricey. They're both pricey, but I want to get my hands on either one, on both of those. Top 2 favorite Pokemon, so I feel like I have to. Next up is Altaria Full Art EX from Fates Collide. This card is roughly going for $7.94. Next up is Dragonite EX from Furious Fist. This card's roughly going for $3.29. Next up is actually the most expensive card in this entire lot. It is Mega Heracross EX Secret Rare, because it's got the gold outline on the border. And I'm pretty sure the gold outline is on the border and on the lettering too. I think the regular Mega Heracross doesn't have gold letters in the center. So that's another cool detail for the secret rare. Mega Heracross is from Furious Fists, and it's going for $17.13 at the moment. The most expensive card in the lot. Really happy about this card. Really cool to get a secret rare Mega. Alright, next up, Mega Manectric EX. This card is from Phantom Forces, and it's roughly going for $6.85 at the moment. Next up is regular Manectric EX. This card's roughly going for $2.79, and it is from Phantom Forces. Here's another one from Furious Fists, Lucario EX, basic Lucario EX card here. Still cool looking. It's roughly going for $6.54. That's pretty decent price for a regular EX, kind of like the same as the Rayquaza. Lucario is a fan favorite, so it makes sense, but still. Going back to a Mega here, you got Mega Venusaur EX from Pokemon XY. This card's roughly going for $6.75. Love Mega cards. Can't say that enough. Next up is Latios EX. This card is from Roaring Skies, basic EX card, but I'm glad to finally get my hands on a Latios card. Need to get a Latias soon. Like I said, I've been looking at the Plasma Freeze ones, but I was glad to see there was one in this lot. I feel like everyone likes Latios and Latias. So anyways, I don't know if I said the price, but this card's roughly going for $3.85. And finally, the last card in the lot, Venusaur EX from Pokemon Evolutions. This card's roughly going for $3.37. Alright, so after adding up all the prices of the cards, we came out with $139.81 is how much this lot is roughly valued at the moment. I'd say these cards are my favorites out of the entire thing. Rayquaza is my favorite, one of my favorites. Altaria EX, Full Art, Rayquaza, the Mega Full Art Altaria EX, and Mega Mewtwo. I really love all the cards in the slot, but I just wanted to pick out a couple of them just to show you guys which ones are probably my favorites. Drop in the comments what you think your favorite are. There's a lot of cool options in the slot. I know I don't got a ton of subscribers or viewers at the moment, but I think this is a pretty legitimate lot to be like, damn, these are some pretty cool cards. So drop in the comments which one you think is your favorite. I'd like to hear it because I think there's a lot of good options in here. It's hard for me to even pick out a couple. And I picked out, you know, these 5 right here, and I think these are really cool, but I also think there's a lot of cool ones that I left in the pile. All these will be going in my binder for sure. So they all are great cards. But anyways, back to the price real quick. This was valued at around 140 bucks. We'll call it 140. We got that free EV too. It's a pretty cool card. Probably not worth a ton, but still it's cool. It's really nice of the seller to throw in an extra card like that, and that trainer card and the extra, you know, basic cards. Everything was packaged just very well. Everything's in penny sleeves. The box was very well taped up. There was bubble wrap. There was packing peanuts. It was very well put together, and really got to tip the cap and respect that out of the seller, because they don't have to do it that well, but that just shows really care about the hobby and really care about their buyers and how they receive their cards, because that's something I really appreciate. Spending 140 or spending 167 bucks is what I spent on this lot. You know, I expect my cards to come in good shape, and I think that the seller really took that seriously, and I really appreciate that. So that kind of brings me back to the point of how much this cost and how much it's valued at. So it's valued around 140 bucks. If we're including shipping, I spent a little over $167 on this lot. That's the most I've ever spent on Pokemon cards thus far. It broke the record for the Tropicos Premium Collection. I can tell you one thing, I'm glad I ended up buying this lot. I do not regret it at all. I'll preface that before I say anything. Going in, because this was an auction. This wasn't something I just bought. It was just an auction, so going into it, I was hoping that I could land around 130. As we were getting down to the final moments of this lot, things got a little hot and heavy, and the price started going up, and I kind of got in the moment. I was like, I need this lot. I don't care how much it is, and I obviously got it. So I didn't plan on spending $167 in this lot. That was a lot. Even I was kind of like, at the end of the auction, I was like, my heart is beating like fast, because I just spent a lot of money. So that wasn't something I was really expecting to do, but it ended up happening, and I'm glad I did it, because there's some really cool cards in here, and I'm glad that I get to add them to my collection. So don't regret it at all. But if we're going off value and how much I spent, we lost out, at least right now. But that's not really, I mean, you of course want good value, want good long-term value. I think we have that with these cards. These cards are only going to go up in value over time, for sure. There'd be no reason for them to go down, I would think. So that's something to look forward to. But really, right now, it's just cool to build a collection. I can say I've added some really cool cards to my collection today, and I'm happy about that. So the prices will even out at some point. Not worried about that at all. But anyways, if you're still here, God bless you like always. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a comment saying which one's your favorite out of this lot, or suggestions for future videos, or whatever you want to say. I don't care. Just like to see interaction in the comments. Drop a like, subscribe, turn the bell on for notifications. If you enjoy Pokemon content, I'm always going to be posting that. I've also been posting MLB content, and I want to get into a little bit of video game content too, and some of my other interests I just haven't gotten around to yet, because Pokemon's really been at the forefront for me right now, and with the MLB season starting up, I've been really getting into that too, with fantasy baseball and things of that matter. But definitely consider subscribing if you enjoy the channel so far. I think we're off to a pretty good start as far as collection going, with the eBay orders especially. We got 2 XY series orders now, and then we had the GX order in the last video that I was really happy to go through. So we're building a nice collection. We are going to do a binder update pretty soon here to kind of show where we're at as far as collecting wise, since like I said, we just started collecting again in late January, so it hasn't been that long since we started up again. So I think it's going good so far. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm gonna wrap this up. I know it's a little bit longer video. We had a lot of cool cards to go through, and I know I talk too much sometimes, so sorry about that. But thank you for watching. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.